Welcome to Brave Animal Stories. Today, we step into the wild, humid heart of the rainforest canopy to witness the majestic, ancient resilience of the green iguana, a living relic of the Mesozoic era, often misunderstood but undeniably powerful. We delve into the life of this formidable reptile, a creature whose survival relies not just on camouflage, but on an almost mythic stillness and a defense mechanism capable of shattering bone. This is the story of how the king of the canopy endures. High above the jungle floor, a mature male green iguana, a specimen we shall call Viridian, begins his day. A creature defined by primal necessity and patience. His emerald scales, often tinged with the gold of maturity, camouflage him perfectly against the sun-drenched leaves, yet he must deliberately expose himself. The chill of the tropical night has slowed his ancient metabolism, demanding immediate action to capture the sun's vital energy. For a cold-blooded master of the trees, the morning sun is not a luxury, but the very key to his life and survival, restoring the furnace within his massive body. Viridian commands a territory within the sprawling canopy, a living tower hundreds of feet high, where the dangers are as numerous as the blossoms. His powerful, laterally compressed body is perfectly adapted for this arboreal existence, moving with a deliberate, almost glacial grace that belies explosive potential. He knows every fork, every sun trap, and every escape route among the towering limbs of the rainforest giants. This chosen kingdom is his, maintained through sheer size and the threat of dominance. A vast green labyrinth where he is the undisputed master of vertical navigation. Despite his intimidating appearance, Viridian is a dedicated herbivore, sustaining his bulk on the bounty of leaves, flowers, and fruits offered by the forest. This diet requires patience and discrimination. He must ingest enormous volumes of fibrous material to maintain his energy reserves. He grazes slowly, methodically testing each leaf, his powerful jaws crushing the tough vegetation that fuels his long existence. This constant, quiet consumption is the engine that drives his impressive size, enabling him to grow into the formidable, long-lived patriarch he has become. Viridian's dewlap, that magnificent flap of skin beneath his chin, is not merely ornamental, it is a vital tool for communication, threat display, and, crucially, temperature regulation. When fully extended, it acts like a sail, catching the breeze or gathering the sun's warmth, modulating the iguana's internal thermostat. Furthermore, the dewlap is used to signal dominance to rivals, inflating to make him appear larger and more formidable than he already is. This ancient reptilian apparatus is a cornerstone of his survival, announcing his presence and asserting his claim over the territory. The rainforest is a realm of vertical threats, and Viridian must remain perpetually vigilant for predators that strike from the air. The Harpy Eagle, a feathered titan, views the iguana's large body as a substantial meal, requiring only a fleeting moment of distraction to secure its target. The iguana's eyes, capable of sharp detection, constantly scan the skies and the branches above, relying on his immobility and camouflage as primary defenses. Even a moment's lapse in attention could mean a catastrophic plummet from his sanctuary into the talons of death. A young, smaller rival, emboldened by hunger, creeps onto Viridian's preferred basking branch, a direct challenge that cannot be ignored. The air thickens with tension as Viridian initiates the ritual of intimidation, his head bobbing rapidly in a series of sharp, rhythmic movements. This display is a non-negotiable proclamation. This territory is taken, and I am the resident titan. If the rival does not heed the warning, the exchange will escalate from visual threat to physical violence, resulting in scars and potentially severe injury. The young male, determined but foolish, chooses to stand his ground, pushing Viridian to action. The massive reptile moves with surprising speed, launching himself forward, scattering leaves and snapping branches. This is not just a territorial dispute, it is a battle for access to resources, mating rights, and the very future of dominance in this section of the jungle. The resulting chase forces Viridian into precarious leaps, testing the limits of his agility against the brute force of gravity and the sheer terror of falling. Before resorting to the powerful jaws, Viridian unleashes his ultimate weapon, a defense mechanism perfected over 200 million years of evolution, the muscular tail. Like a heavy, armored whip, this tail can be delivered with astonishing speed and bone-jarring impact. It is used not merely to sting, but to break and incapacitate, acting as a stunning counterstrike against any threat foolish enough to approach from the rear. The sound of the whip cutting the humid air is a testament to the raw kinetic energy stored within that long, scaly appendage. To reach a richer feeding ground on the opposite bank of a winding tributary, Viridian must temporarily abandon the safety of the canopy. Iguanas are surprisingly adept swimmers, their powerful legs folded against their bodies, propelling themselves using only the serpentine motion of their massive tails. The river, however, harbors dangers far greater than territorial rivals: electric eels, and, most terrifyingly, the spectacled caiman. The act of entering the water requires immense commitment and a profound momentary vulnerability. Midway across the dark, swirling current, the silent danger materializes, the submerged eyes and snout of a lurking spectacled caiman detecting the familiar disturbance of reptilian movement. The hunter is sleek, patient, and infinitely more massive, seeing the iguana as a sudden, unexpected feast. Viridian senses the change in the water pressure and surges forward, driving his ancient body through the water with panicked, desperate speed. Survival now hinges entirely on speed and the distance to the sanctuary of the far bank. With a final, explosive surge, Viridian breaches the water's edge and scrambles onto a tangled root mass, his lungs burning with the effort. He does not pause. The bank, while offering temporary refuge from the aquatic ambush, is vulnerable to terrestrial predators like the elusive ocelot. He immediately seeks the highest, densest foliage, driven by instinct to return to the protective embrace of the vertical world. His soaked scales glisten momentarily before he melts once more into the green shadows. Unlike many jungle creatures whose lives are measured in fleeting seasons, the green iguana is engineered for longevity, often surviving for decades in the wild. This long lifespan requires constant metabolic conservation and a deep, intuitive knowledge of the landscape that spans years of observation. Viridian is a survivor of countless dry seasons, devastating storms, and predator encounters, embodying a wisdom that few mammals ever achieve. His sheer age is a testament to his successful strategies of stillness, defensive power, and endurance. As dusk settles, bringing cooler air and shifting shadows, a new threat arises, one that moves silently and relies entirely on constriction. A large Emerald Tree Boa, coiled and camouflaged, has ascended the same tree as Viridian, seeking a large, heat-radiating meal. The iguana's acute sense of smell and vibration alerts him to the viper's presence long before he sees it. This is a battle of brute force against ancient, coiling patience, where one momentary lapse in judgment is irreversible. Viridian faces the serpent, his massive body inflated, trying to appear too large, too difficult for the bow to tackle. He lets out a low, hissing breath, a rare vocalization meant to startle and deter the hunter, buying crucial seconds. He knows the bow's strategy, a rapid strike followed by an inescapable coil, requiring him to maintain distance at all costs. Every muscle in his ancient frame is coiled, ready to spring or unleash the catastrophic power of his tail whip should the snake advance. The boa strikes, a lightning-fast motion aimed at the iguana's torso. Viridian is faster. Instinct takes over, and the tail transforms from a stabilizer into a weapon, arcing with blinding force. The impact of the heavy, scaled tail connects squarely with the snake's head, delivering a stunning blow that momentarily disables the hunter. The force is sufficient to fracture a small branch. Against bone and muscle, it is a catastrophic deterrent, purchasing the iguana's freedom. Without waiting for the bow to recover its senses, Viridian flees upward, scaling the vertical surface of the trunk with desperate, scraping haste. He must put as much distance as possible between himself and the stunned predator before the viper's murderous instincts return. He pushes higher than his usual resting place, seeking the ultimate safety of the smallest, highest, most unreachable branches, where his weight makes travel impossible for the larger constrictor. The life of the iguana is inextricably linked to the rhythm of the tropical seasons, defined by torrential rain that can last for days, chilling his body and suppressing his activity. During these downpours, Viridian retreats to sheltered nooks, conserving energy and relying entirely on the fat reserves built during sunny months. This period of dormancy demands incredible patience, as the metabolic slowdown makes him lethargic and vulnerable, turning him into a statuesque guardian awaiting the return of the life-giving sun. The process of shedding, or ecdysis, is another crucial challenge in the iguana's life, demanding immense energy and leaving him temporarily uncomfortable and visually drab. The old, worn skin peels off in patches, revealing the brilliant, fresh green beneath. But until the process is complete, his camouflage is compromised. He is irritable, itchy, and slower, a perfect target for opportunistic scavengers, requiring him to choose his basking and feeding spots with even greater caution. As the conditions align, the drive for reproduction takes over, shifting Viridian's focus from mere survival to legacy. His skin colors intensify dramatically, sometimes transforming his usually green body into shades of brilliant orange or deep red, a powerful, unmistakable signal of his readiness to mate. This period is marked by intense displays, fierce combat with rivals, and a profound investment of energy that leaves him depleted but driven. After successful mating, the female undertakes a perilous journey down to the forest floor, abandoning the safety of the trees to find suitable nesting grounds in soft, warm earth. She must dig elaborate tunnels, a process that takes days of relentless labor, leaving her exposed and exhausted to predators that roam the underbrush. This solitary act of maternal duty is the single most vulnerable period of her long life, yet it is essential for the continuance of the ancient lineage. Weeks later, the jungle soil trembles faintly as dozens of tiny neon green hatchlings break free from the constraints of their shells and the earth. They emerge into a hostile world where almost everything is a threat, from ants to birds to hungry snakes. These miniature versions of Viridian must immediately race toward the nearest vertical sanctuary, relying on sheer numbers and youthful speed for their very first moment of survival. Their journey to the canopy is the ultimate sprint against overwhelming odds. Viridian, looking down from his secure high branch, ignores the frantic struggle of his offspring. There is no parental protection in the iguana's world. His existence is defined by self-preservation, ensuring that the strongest, fastest, and most resilient of the new generation survive to carry the torch. He returns to his vigil, the sentinel of the canopy, a survivor whose quiet, powerful presence dictates the ecology of his domain. Even as the sun dips below the horizon, bathing the jungle in purple and gold, Viridian remains alert, preparing for the metabolic slowdown of the night. He secures his position, finding a spot that maximizes warmth retention and minimizes predator visibility, ready to enter a state of reptilian semi-sleep. His very stillness is a power, a commitment to surviving the long hours until the sun returns to reignite the ancient fire in his scales. In the end, the green iguana teaches us that courage is not just about fighting, but surviving across eons, maintaining a silent, unflinching commitment to existence. They are not merely reptiles. They are armored, ancient masters of their world, requiring years of patience to unlock their tremendous size and the deadly secret of their coiled tail. Their bravery lies in their stillness, their resilience in their longevity, proving that the quietest creatures often possess the most formidable power. If you enjoyed this journey into the wild, please like this video, share it with fellow nature lovers, and subscribe to Brave Animal Stories for more adventures. Support our channel to keep the stories of the world's most resilient and courageous animals alive.